Coming off a nice win against Canada, it was time for the USA squad to face the Australian Boomers, a quality team that consists of mostly NBA players, present or former. This game was played in Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, which means a different time zone and a different altitude, and all that could lead to a game that could be real unpredictable. On top of that, Kevin Durant is out for this game, so the Australians might have a decent shot of upsetting the USA squad, and we are about to see how that will turn out. First quarter. It's tip-off time in Etihad Arena, and the Aussies strike first. Jock Landale, the center that plays for the Houston Rockets, scores the first basket, tipping it in on the offensive glass. He even made a three on the next play, showing that he was not afraid of the big-name players on the floor. But USA started this quarter red hot from three. You gotta remember, the three-point line is closer than it is in the league, so the three-point shot may be the USA's biggest advantage in the upcoming Olympics, and it's none other than the king that would make the first three. He stayed in the corner, being patient, and Curry is a great off-ball player too, so he set an off-screen and LeBron buries his first shot of the game. And not only that, but he hit a second three a minute later, this time from the left wing, showing that age is nothing but a number. And now it's time for the young buck from the Timberwolves to demonstrate what he got. And he did not shy away from the moment at all. He continued where Bron stopped and hit 3 threes in the first quarter. It was like shooting mid-range jumpers for him. He just could not miss. And it was not hard to make these shots, since the US had very good ball movement and did not hog the ball at all. First off, he hit this three, off an Embiid double in the post and an extra pass from Tatum. And after that, when LeBron attacked Giddey on the closeout, Patty Mills helped one pass away, after which Bron immediately found wide-open Ant for another three. But Ant does not just wait for his teammates to get him open looks, and on this next play, he showcases his ability to create an open shot. And not just that, but he hit those shots too. He crosses over his defender and steps into a tough three and cashes it. He finishes his scoring run with a floater and has 11 points in the first already. On the other side, Giddey and Daniels were the ones that were the most active and getting their way with the Americans. Giddey made good reads in the pick and roll, finding Daniels for three and even attacked AD one-on-one and finished with a layup. Exum had a nice play too, taking Giroux to the hole for a layup in transition. Bam ended the quarter for Team USA, knocking down 2 free throws, giving them an 11-point lead, 21-32. Second quarter. In the second quarter, the USA continued where they left off, with Devin Booker hitting a nice one-dribble pull-up coming off a pin down, a signature shot for him. He gets the call too and makes the free throw. The shots were falling for the States as Bam hit another mid-range. And just check out this beauty by Jrue Holiday. How in the world did he get this to go in? Completely from behind the backboard. This is just absolutely beautiful stuff from him. Nonetheless, this was a quarter where the most shine came from a player by the name of Jason Tatum. He came off the bench after winning the NBA Finals, but that did not affect him at all. He asserted his dominance with attacking closeouts and finishing strong at the rim. He made great reads from the low post too, with this one ending up in his dunk after he gave up the ball. And he even showed unselfishness in that he is able to play alongside other stars and big names, dropping dimes to Steph and Joel for 3. For the Boomers, it was the same players that made plays this quarter too, Daniels dunking after a nice backdoor cut, and Giddey making plays off the pick and roll again. It seems like he had a chip on his shoulder after Thunder gave up on him, as he definitely made some nice reads in the pick and roll this quarter again. He started by scoring a runner, and then a nice play showing stuff that the casual fans don't see. He put his defender on his back, aka in jail, after the screen, and then the big set another screen on the defending big, clearing the road for Giddey to finish with a finger roll. Some high IQ basketball stuff. He also shows his passing ability out of the pick and roll, as Australia runs the so-called Spanish pick and roll, and Giddey makes a nifty behind-the-back pass, dropping it off to Landale for an easy flush. It can be seen that he and Landale have a great chemistry, as on the next play, Landale would slip the screen and Giddey would find him for yet another easy dunk. But it was still not enough, since the US had played better and had the lead this time being up by 13 at the half. Third quarter. The basketball that's played in Australia is more of a team-oriented ball, and they show it here, starting the second half with a nice set play in which the guard, in this occasion Dyson Daniels, doses a UCLA cut after giving up the ball and gets a back screen, in which he gets the ball and is able to convert it to a bucket. However, the USA squad is so stacked that you don't know what to expect because there's so many players that can hurt you, so they start attacking again. Firstly, Booker finds Adebayo on the drive for a free throw line jumper. Then David hits a floater, and finally Booker scores himself one in transition, smothered by Daniels and barely being able to see the basket. But somehow he manages to make that shot fall, high off the glass, a shot that puts USA up by 20 points at the start of the third. Anthony Davis continues to crash the boards and gets himself one after a Devin Booker missed 3. This was a heat check for D-Book, as he has been shooting well all game long and made the three-pointer in the possession before that, so he had to light this one up too. It would not just be the US that are attacking. The Aussie scored on some great offense plays too. Landale continued being aggressive and attacking, leading to this Nick Kay wide-open mid-range jumper. Magny made his presence known too, grabbing the offensive rebound and finishing it with a dunk, and stealing a ball after this bad inbounds throw-in by the US, cutting the lead to 12. And maybe the most familiar names on this Australia team found their first buckets too in this quarter, with Patty Mills hitting this mid-range jumper after patiently keeping his dribble and maneuvering through the paint, and the Dallas Mavericks' Josh Green, who scored after attacking the closeout, making the N1. Daniels had yet another dunk, this time stealing the ball after AD lost it. However, the US would not give their lead up, with Ant beating his defender at the top of the key and finishing with a tough layup with the left hand, in which he also got fouled. Tatum would yet again be unselfish and hit Embiid with a dime, which led to a three-point play. And finally, AD would tear the rim with this dunk off his own miss. He also had a great defense highlight play, smacking the air out of the ball on this Exum layup, who had been attacking the basket all evening. Fourth quarter. In the fourth, LeBron and AD would put on display the famous LA connection. With LeBron acting as a guard in this pick and roll, he'd reject the screen, get past his defender with a nice behind-the-back move, and find the wide-open Davis in the corner for the wide-open three. Davis would return the favor. After Bron attacks the basket and misses the shot, AD would come flying and clean up the miss for his Lakers buddy. And what about this move? This looks like LeBron in 2014 when he was 29, not 2024 LeBron when he's almost 40. The Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton had a great quarter too, hitting 2 consecutive threes from the corner even though that's not his primary role. However, you could see that the US players got a little bit nonchalant and did not play at 100%, so of course the Australians punished that. They were scoring in transition on numerous occasions. They started hitting their threes, with Mills hitting his first one of the game, and they cut the lead only to 6 with 5 minutes remaining, with this layup by Daniels in transition. Nevertheless, the US team is just loaded. There are way too many great players, and in this game, Devin Booker took the responsibility to lead the USA to a victory. He put Giddey on his back on this play and was patient enough to get to his spot. After he got there, he used a shot fake to get his defender jumping and put the USA up by 9 with 30 seconds remaining. The Australians are a team known to never give up, and they score twice from these sideline out-of-bounds plays, showing that they are coached well. However, they had to foul and they picked the wrong guy, as Booker made his free throws and put the game away, with the final score being 98-92. Even though the team full of stars had a comfortable lead throughout most of the game, Australia showed heart in the last quarter and nearly made a full comeback. The Americans showed that they are very good even under FIBA rules, but the Australians also showed that they will be a legitimate threat in the Olympics to come, to whichever team that goes against them. Alright, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the episode if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.